The giant has fallen. Faith was always bigger.
Have you ever heard the sound of a giant falling? It's not the noise you imagine, it's the silence that comes after, the silence that says the impossible just happened. And today, I want to talk to you about the giant that's in front of you, the one that seems invincible, the one that challenges you every day. But mainly, I want to tell you why it's going to fall. David was 17 when he looked at Goliath. 17 years old, the same age many of you are when you look at your problems and think you don't stand a chance. Goliath was 10 feet tall, had armor that weighed 130 pounds, and a spear that was bigger than a tree. David had 5 smooth stones and 1 certainty. Which of the two do you think was better prepared for battle? Here's what nobody tells you about giants. They don't grow to scare you, they grow to teach you. Every giant problem in your life is a university in disguise. Every impossible obstacle is God saying, now I'm going to show you who you really are. You know what the problem is with everyone who gives up? They keep measuring the giant instead of measuring God. They keep calculating the size of the mountain instead of calculating the size of faith. They keep seeing what they don't have instead of seeing what God has. David didn't have a sword, but he had something Goliath never had: purpose. You can have the best armor in the world, but if you don't have purpose, you're just empty metal making noise. You can have all the resources, but if you don't have purpose, you're just a hollow giant waiting to fall. Now listen to me carefully. Your giant might be the debt that won't leave your name. It might be that disease the doctors can't cure. It might be the relationship that's destroyed. It might be the depression that visits you every night. It might be the door that never opens. It might be the person who humiliates you at work. Each of you has a particular giant, but I have news. It's going to fall. You know why I'm sure? Because giants don't fall because of our strength. They fall because of our obedience. David didn't kill Goliath with muscles. He killed him with faith. It wasn't the stone that brought down the giant. It was God's hand guiding the stone, and the same hand that guided that stone is over your life right now. You know what the difference is between you and David? None. Absolutely none. He was a common boy with common problems in a common family. The only difference is that he believed that an extraordinary God could do extraordinary things through someone ordinary. He didn't see himself as too small for the giant. He saw the giant as too small for God. Every time you look at your problem and say, it's impossible, you're measuring God by the size of your giant. But when you look at your giant and say, my God is bigger, you're measuring the giant by the size of God. And this change of perspective is what makes giants fall. Let me tell you something about God's timing. David could have faced Goliath on the first day, could have faced him on the 10th day, but he faced him on the 40th day. You know why? Because God was waiting for the exact moment where David's victory would be so impossible, so spectacular, that nobody could say it was luck, nobody could say it was coincidence. Everyone would have to admit, this was God. Your giant is taking time to fall, not because God is sleeping. It's because God is preparing a victory so extraordinary that when it happens, everyone around you will know it was him. Your family will know, your friends will know, your enemies will know, and you will know. But here's the secret that few discover. The giant doesn't fall when you stop being afraid. The giant falls when you walk with fear, but you walk anyway. David was trembling when he walked toward Goliath. He was human, but he walked trembling. And that's what makes the difference. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is doing what needs to be done, even when fear is screaming in your ear. Faith isn't the absence of doubt. Faith is obeying God, even when doubt is whispering that you're going to fail. The giant that's going to fall in your life isn't just the problem you see. It's the fear that this problem planted in you. It's the insecurity it fed. It's the lie it told about who you are. When the giant falls, it won't fall alone. Everything it represented will fall with it. Every limitation it put in your mind, every barrier it built in your heart. You're one stone away from your miracle, one prayer away from your victory, one decision away from your transformation. The giant is already staggering. You can't see it, but it is. Every prayer you made shook its legs. Every tear you shed loosened its armor. Every time you didn't give up, you took one more step toward victory. Now it's your turn to rise. Carry this truth with you and share it with someone who needs to hear it, because what transforms your life can be the seed of someone else's transformation.